it's goes back to a lot of the points we've made over the past few years on the podcast, which is why it's so important to actually yourself or someone trusted to walk the property, where we just canceled a deal that we had for 800 some odd acres because of this exact issue. We actually lost earnest money on it. So you're looking at the topography map and you're like, oh, there's no slope or anything like that. But there's like a drainage ditch that comes on that makes it nearly impossible, or a lot more money in engineering costs to actually build these, driveways and everything like that. Because you start losing line of sight where, say if the highway's elevated and your property's 15 feet below it, even though the property's flat and the highway's flat, the driveway construction is going to make it so where you lose that line of sight. Like, you think about yourself driving over a hill and how you have to go really, really slow to be able to see, are there any cars coming? So that's just an additional consideration that you have to do. And also the cost too, and who takes on that cost. In different counties and states, you as the developer need to get the driveway permits issued before you can have the legal, parcels created. In some places you don't need to. And then that cost gets incurred by the end buyer of the lot, which might kill the deal and it might not. And, for a lot of people that are buying land, especially if they're buying it for, residential purposes rather than just, speculative buying or, recreation and stuff like that. If there's not an access point onto their property that's super obvious and actually cut in, that might make it way, way harder to sell. So even if you're spending $10,000 on a permit, plus, an additional, $1,000 or whatever in dirt work, you might be able to sell it for more. You might be able to sell it at market, but at least you might be able to sell it. So it's just one of those considerations that you need to create whatever project that you're doing. You need to have a spreadsheet that, I'm working on this with all the different projects I have going on, of absolutely every single due diligence item that you can. And driveway permits, depending on, which type of road they're coming off of, is one of those crucial things.
Yeah. So much of this stuff is really obvious when you're there looking at it in person, but looking from a computer, you miss it.